My name is Jake, and I live in the beautiful city of Cape Town, South Africa. Over the past 2 years, I've been pretty dedicated to transforming my physique. At the end of 2022, I had broken my ankle in a surfing accident, and as a result, I've been pretty sedentary for a good 5 months. I was quite unhappy with my body composition, and I wanted to make a change. I went on a pretty severe bulk, and I've been cutting for the past year. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's been an interesting process so far. At my heaviest point last year, I hit 112 kilograms. I'm not quite sure what that is in pounds, probably something like 235 pounds or maybe a bit more. But one thing I did note is I definitely got more powerful in my surfing. So I think that's a result of growing bigger and stronger legs. So now it's 2024, and I now currently weigh 97.5 kilograms. So that's the lowest I've weighed in quite some time, and it feels really nice. It feels good. I'm enjoying it. I went for a surf yesterday, and I felt pretty light and agile, but still very powerful. And from the footage, you can see that I think I've kept a substantial amount of muscle. And that's obviously a key thing. Key things I would recommend you do. Number one is make sure you're getting enough protein. The more consistent you can be with hitting your protein mark, the more muscle you'll be able to build. And I think for a lot of people out there, you may even find that just by eating more protein, because now your body has that protein available, the activity you're already doing, you might find you're able to build a little bit more muscle. Protein's also very satiating, so you might find you're more full. And I believe it's much harder for the body to turn protein into fat. One note on protein though, don't overdo it. Last year I think I was overdoing it. I was often getting maybe like 220 to 240 grams of protein a day. And the reason I say don't overdo it on protein is one, you kind of stink. And two, you don't want to waste those calories all on protein. I mean, if you love eating protein, go for it. But me personally, I really love eating carbohydrates and fats. Having less protein requirements means less of my caloric budget goes to protein. And I can spend more of those calories on the other two macronutrients, on fat and carbohydrates. Number two, resistance training. The most important thing is that you're progressively overloading. So what that looks like is week to week to week, month to month to month, the amount of work you're doing is going up, whether that be in number of sets, number of repetitions at a set weight, or the actual weight on the bar going up for the same amount of reps. The key thing is that you're doing more and more and more, and so the body has to adapt to deal with an increase in stimulus. How to track? You can obviously track it yourself. You can take a notepad, you can write it on your phone. I'll open notes, I'll track what I'm doing. And then next week, I'll go look at what I did for that workout the previous week. And I will add a rep, to every set, or I will add 1 bar to the stack if it's a machine. Although I must say, just for ease and like keeping the process simple, if you can afford it, definitely get some sort of app, because all of that's done for you and you don't really have to think about it. I'm currently using the RP Hypertrophy app, which is working really well for me. And one thing I will say is that when you've got something programmed like that, and you have an app and you have something keeping you accountable, that's a really good thing, because there's no room to really slack off, or you're much less likely to. I train hard with or without tracking. Like, I really like training and I like pushing myself. With that being said, I will push myself even harder when I'm using one of these apps. If you can afford it, definitely use it. If you can't, you can do it yourself. I think the most important thing though is that you're training hard, that you're really pushing yourself. Some sweat is usually a good sign. I'm typically dripping with sweat. Take it slow, watch your body, take it slow, don't rush anything. Sometimes it can feel very confusing, or like maybe you're not progressing, but I guarantee if you're showing up every day and you're sort of applying the basics, you're definitely going to make gains and you're going to see some results. I hope the video was interesting. It's been interesting for me, watching my body change over time. Please hit me up in the comments, and let's chat about it. Yeah, Sunday Eve, so I want to now wrap up this video and get ready for the week. Away.